Hello and welcome to the second part of my material about Great Battles of the Small Units system with the game Battles of the Black Cavalry, Hill 262, Chambois, 21st August 1944. In the previous movie I played turn 1-5 and now I hope to make remaining 5 turns. We're gonna start with turn 6. Let's move the camera a bit. Okay. Now I'm gonna start with drawing a card to see an initiative. It is clear that in this turn allies will have an initiative since all the initiative counters are on the allied side. I drawed 7 clubs, so the club counter is flipped on the German side and the turn counter is on the 6 and is on allied side. Okay, as for allies, they have 2 groups, so I need a card of the value of 4. I don't have any, like 4. Most of my cards are pretty big value. I will play this 9 of diamonds. I would really like to play something lower, but I don't have any. So I can activate both of my groups. First, I'm gonna activate my tanks. Okay, this HQ is disorganized. I'd like to reorganize it. I can do it in the 2 ways, by drawing a card from the deck or playing a card from my hand. I'm gonna play a card from my hand. This 3 of hearts is enough to reorganize this unit. It will be able to make actions in the upcoming turns. Next, I'm gonna move remaining companies. First, this one. 1, 2, 3. It moved 3 hexes. I'm gonna use a die to make it remember. And now it is in the line of sight of this SS company and these 2 units. For each of them, I have to check the number of defensive fires. First, for the SS, I draw Jack of Hearts. Jack of Hearts has a value of 1, so they have 1 defensive fire, but also it activates an event called Sniper. Thanks to this event, I can disorganize any enemy unit that stands on the hex with the heart. Are there any Polish units on the hex of the heart? No, this is spade, this is spade, this is diamond, and this is spade. So no Polish units are on the hexes with hearts, so this event is not happening. Now for this gun, I draw 2 of hearts, so 1 defensive fire only, not good for Germans. And for the paratrooper company, 8 of spades, 3 defensive fires. That's pretty good. And now all these German units may fire on Poles, but each of them may fire only once. I'm gonna start with this gun, since it has best chances to do something, since it has quite a big gun factor. So, it fires with the strength 1, and it has gun factor 3. Polish armor is 2, so they have +1. So I'm firing with 2, and they are in the forest, and forest gives defense factor of 2. So I have 2 with 2. This gives us strength 0. Not very good, but maybe. Oh, no good. I draw an ace of hearts, so Germans missed. Too bad, it was best option for them to hit. Why? You will see. Now this company, it has a strength of 2, but it has no gun factor. So it has 2, minus 2 because of the German of the Allied armor factor, and minus 2 because of the forest. So I'm firing with minus 2. A little chance to do anything to the Polish tanks. I drew 7 of diamonds. Minus 2, it gives 5. Polish morale is 5, so nothing happened. And now SS company, same situation. It has strength of 2, gun factor 0. Poles have armor factor of 2 and the forest of 2. So I draw 5 of diamonds, nothing happened. Poles may move here, but it would be very risky for them, so I think they will stay here without doing anything. Okay, now the other Polish tank units. Polish HQ was reorganized, so it can't move in this turn. Now Polish tank company here, 1, 2, and now I'm gonna check the number of the defensive fires for this company. I draw King of Hearts. It means only 1, but it activates event as well. It means I may draw additional cards. Player who has initiative, so Polish player. I have 3 cards. Polish player started with 8 cards, so I can draw additional 5 cards. Pretty good. German player decides to not fire to the Polish tanks because he knows that there is a little chance to do something to them. He wants to keep this defensive fire for the later usage. Polish tanks decided to stay here. And now we have one more Polish armored company. 1, 2, 3, 4. It moves here. And does nothing more. And now Polish infantry. Two, because we have two levels of height difference here. 3. And now Germans may fire on these Poles, hoping it will be much more successful than firing on these Polish tanks. They have strength of 1. They are drawing a card. It is 9. It is, wow, a big number. We have 10 against 5. And since the total value of the attack is twice bigger than defender's morale, defender suffers 1 loss, and since this Polish company already suffered 1 loss, it is eliminated. The other Polish company makes it move 1, 2, 3. And that's all for Poles. Okay, next is gonna be turn 7. Let's see who's gonna have an initiative. I draw a card, and this is 7 of spades, so it's Allied initiative. I'm gonna flip a counter and move turn counter on the turn 7 with allied counter on the up here, and let's give an orders to the Polish units. Polish player has quite a lot cards on his hand, but as you may see, still no 4. It's pretty annoying, since if I want to move all my units I have to play 8, because 3 won't allow me to move both groups. Or I can play 3 and move only tanks. This infantry company will stay unmoved. And I think I will actually do this, because this infantry company is weak, it won't do much, and it will help me to keep best cards for the further use. Okay, I'm gonna play 3, and I will move on only Polish tanks. So let's get out with this. I'm gonna start with this company. It will fire. It will fire on this gun is quite annoying, but it has quite a good defense. It's in the forest as well, so it will be hard to hit. But I have an ace. Yeah, I have some aces in my sleeve, so I will do this. I'm gonna fire these tanks on this gun. So let's check it basically. I have a firepower of 4 because of the attack. Because of the strength doubled when I'm performing offensive fire. Then I have gun factor of 2. It has armor factor of 3. So I have -1. So I have 3. And now, because there is a forest, I have -2. So I'm gonna start with basically firepower 1. And now I'm gonna play 10 of spades from my hand, and I have 11 now. 11 is twice bigger than 4, so this unit is disorganized, but since I have strength twice more of its defense, it is flipped. Since there is nothing on the other side, this counter is eliminated. So, okay, this vile, dangerous gun is out. Next, here. I'm gonna make same thing here. I'm gonna fire these tanks, on this infantry. I have 4, -2 because of the forest. It is then 2. And this time I'm gonna play a card from the deck. It is 8 of clubs. So I have 10. 10 is twice bigger than 5. So it is flipped. Since it was already flipped, it is eliminated. And now I have these 2 companies to move as well. 1, 2, 3. Now, if I want to move it here or not, I should move this first to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I won't be able to perform an attack with these 2, so I'm gonna stay here. And now here, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all. And this is all when it comes to the Polish movement in this turn. This unit fired, this unit fired. I can't move this infantry, so that's all for the Polish orders, and it concludes turn 7. Let's go to the turn 8 then. I'm gonna first draw a card to see who will have an initiative. I draw 6 of clubs, and clubs counter is on the German side, so it will be German turn. I'm flipping initiative counter of clubs on the Allied side and move turn marker on the 8 with the German mark on. Okay, so let's check the German cards first. Well, not quite good. I think I will play the one with the higher value. It is 4, and it allows me to move 2 groups. So what I'm gonna do, this is turn 8. I have only 3 turns along with this one to finish the game, and I have to try at last to withdraw 3 units. I have quite a safe road of escape for this unit, but only for this. These 2 are quite far, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is far from here, and this 1, 2, 3, 4. No. None of them can leave the board in this turn, which makes situation quite dangerous. I think I will start with this unit. 1. I played 1. I spent 1 movement point, and now it is in the line of sight of these Polish tanks, so I have to check their number of the defensive fires. I draw Knight of Diamonds, so it is only 1. It is a sniper event, so I can disorganize one of the enemy units which is on the diamond market hex. This is this company or this company. I think I will choose this company. Okay, and Poles are firing on these Germans. They are firing with the basic strength of 2. Their gun factor is 2. Their armor factor is 1, so I have +1, so the total strength of the Poles is 3. I draw 6 of hearts, so it is 9. 9 is higher than 5, but not twice higher, so Germans are disorganized only. And Poles have no more fires in this turn. Also, I ran out of cards. All of them were already used, so I have to take the deck of the used cards and shuffle. So I will use them now. Okay, deck is shuffled, and now I have I can move one more German group. I think I will move this group. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, this is a mechanized unit. So half, 1, half, 1, half, 1, and voila. They are safe. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all for Germans. They still have a chance of victory, I think. It is not very bad for them, but this is end of the turn 8. We have only 2 turns left, and we don't know who will have an initiative on the upcoming turns. So everything might happen. Germans still can't get a draw. Okay, let's move to the turn 9. First start with the drawing a card to check who will have an initiative. It is 7 of spades, so it is German initiative. Wow. Good for them, but I don't think so. I don't think so. It will be quite impossible for them to win. Why? But let's play. We will see later. Now, first, Germans have only these 3 very weak cards. They can't do much. If they want to, they can move only one group according to these cards. So no, the higher of this is 3, and there are no 4s. So I can move only one unit or try to reorganize it. I think I will play this card and move this unit 1, 2, 3. It will escape on the board of the board, but that's all. Germans can't do much now, since if they want to reorganize any of this, they would have to activate it, and I can't activate these units. Even more so, this is 9 turn of the 10 turns. So, and all the initiative counters are on the Allied side. So no matter which card I will draw in the next turn, it will be Allied turn. And the Germans won't be able to do anything that would gain them a victory. So technically, Allied already won. But let's play it to the end. I think it will be better to play the game till the end. So this concludes the German turn. So let's make final turn 10. I'm gonna draw a last card. It is 9 of diamonds. Like I said before, no matter which card I would draw, it would be an diamond. It would be an Allied face. And now for allies. You see, allies technically already won. Germans are not able to gain even a draw. So even if allies would do nothing, they would win. But as you may see, they have 2 strong cards and 4 extremely weak cards. I think I'm gonna make a risk and declare that I need 2 points of activation. I'm still gonna ignore this infantry, and I'm gonna try to draw a card from the deck. It is 9 of hearts, so I can move my units. Sorry, I should place it here. So I can move all my Polish tanks and keep these 2 strong cards in my hand. Why? Because I'd like to kill all the Germans that I can. First here, I'm gonna fire on this German paratroop company. I have strength of 4. They have they're -2 because of the forest, so I'm firing with the strength of 2. And I'm gonna play 8 of hearts from my hand, so I have 10. Their morale is lowered by 1 because of the disorganization counter, so they have morale of 4, so they are suffering loss, and since they were already disorganized, they have to withdraw. Cool. And now, here. I'm gonna fire on this German HQ. I have firepower of 4. I'm gonna draw a card. It is 5 of diamonds, and because I have armored unit, and this infantry unit is not in any kind of terrain, it's in the clear terrain, I have this value of this card doubled. So it is 10, no 5. So I'm firing with total firepower of 4 plus 10, it makes 14. Much more than twice than 4, so this unit is flipped and disorganized. As you see, it is still alive. It was weakened. Its strength of support is smaller. Its morale is smaller, but it's still alive. I need to do something with this. So I'm gonna move these tanks 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they are about to attack him. As you see, this unit was disorganized, so it couldn't fire on the upcoming Polish units. So now let's resolve close combat. First I'm gonna draw 2 cards for Polish units. Next I'm gonna draw 1 card for the German unit. And now, since this unit is disorganized, I'm not gonna draw 1 more card from my hand. And no other cards. Polish player decides to not play cards from his hand. He's gonna take 2 more cards from the deck. His power is big enough to make certain that he will win this combat. Okay, he has 4, because in the close combat armored units has their strength doubled, so 4. This has 2, so 6, 8, 9, 16, 17, 17 against 8, 9. Clearly enough to win. So German unit is weakened again, and because of that it is eliminated, and Polish player has to weaken one of his unit. This is a very unusual thing in the war games, because always each side suffers some losses. You can't win close combat without suffering losses. So you have to remember about it while performing close combat. And that's all. This is the end of the game. Polish player moved all his units. It was last turn of the game. So you can see Poles effectively won this game because they captured Kudehart and Germans weren't able to evacuate at last 3 units. They managed to evacuate only 2 of them. I think this concludes this material. It covered most of the basic rules of this system. I think there are still some things that weren't here mentioned, like artillery, air attacks, and a lot of historical rules that are coming with the certain games. This particular scenario hadn't much of them, but bigger scenarios have a lot of small historical rules that makes each of them quite unique. But maybe I will show you some of them later. As for now, that's all. Thank you for watching.